Hey guys, Micah from blackbearcustomkydex. I have a few quick sheaths to show you. These are all kind of simple projects with just basic sheath and mounting option, not a bunch of attachments or anything like that. So first one I have for you is, this one's going out to Zach, I believe, in Pennsylvania. Man, I think I'm getting all my details wrong. But, anyway, I was asked to build a sheath for BK2. K-bar BK2 with custom handle scales, and I believe these are the knife connection scales. Really nice. They're very textured, obviously look nicer than the factory ones, but anyway, I was asked to do that with mollies on it. And if you guys aren't already familiar, spacing for molly locks, this is just a standard thing that I think a lot of people forget about or ignore when they build sheaths for them. But spacing on a standard molly panel is 1.5 inches from center to center of each loop for the molly. So that means you have to have anything that you're going to be mounting in one piece, you have to have spaced at 1.5 inches, 3 inches, 4.5, 6, etc. So that's why this looks so wide, but these holes are exactly 3 inches apart. It's a nice parallel line. I've tested it already on my molly, my stuff with molly on it. So this is something that I always make sure I do, and there are other ways to do it to get a slightly lower profile, but this is going to be the most effective way right here to keep it not lower profile, but you know what I mean, to get a narrower print on the overall thing. But this is specifically a pack mounted sheath, so I wanted to just go a little bit wider and make it really work seamlessly. So in any event, just about a ballistic draw. It's see, yeah, draw straight down, it'll definitely shoot off. There we go. So that's the BK2. The next one we have is a trapper, and I can't remember. I'll put the info in the description, but this is a really beautiful knife. And this one is going to Josh. And Josh, I'm sorry, brother, I can't remember where you're at either. Look at this thing. Just, you see those beautiful hammer marks, desert ironwood, brass pins in there. Just, man, I love this thing. So anyway, he asked for coyote and told me to choose the accent, so I put some Cryptek Mandrake, and I think actually that's Mandrake Micro. He said he wanted something that reflected the color in the handle there, so this has a nice deep brown in it. I thought that would be an appropriate combination. So it's going to be on a tech lock, but he's already got a tech lock, so I'm not sending one. But just to show you really quick, he wanted it to be able to do right hand vertical, which would put the tech lock over here, or right hand scout, which would put the tech lock on the opposite side. So I actually decided to put a reinforcement plate on both sides, something I'm starting to do a little now. I just think it looks really nice, and certainly adds that much more protection to the sheath itself. And then no matter which side he's rocking the tech lock on, you still have that fully completed look to it. So anyway, this thing is beautiful, so I was really excited to work on it. And then the last one I am really excited about. This one is an ESEE 5, and again, I did the plate on both sides here. It's on a tech lock. It has a loop for an Exotac fire rod, which I did not include because he's already got one. And he'll want to put some shot cord. I'll send some shot cord with this. Yeah, it's a pretty basic one. Only, he asked me if I could do a slide lock on it, like the original ESEE factory sheath, ESEE 5 factory sheath. So you can see that slides in that milled slot, and when it's all the way up, it's really locked in there. I mean, I could probably, if I pulled with everything I had, I might be able to rip that apart, but that's not really going anywhere. That's in there super solid. And then you can lock it down or unlock it by sliding that down and get a really nice ballistic one-handed draw. So the only thing is, so this is going to Mervin. Mervin, if you're watching this, brother, I think you're probably going to want to pick up some blue Loctite, figure out how you know, where you want this screw to be cinched down at, you know, depth-wise into the female counterpart on the opposite side, and just put some blue Loctite in there. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep tending to it and screwing it down. I just couldn't quite get it with either size Chicago screw I had to stay right where it's at. So in any event, that's awesome. But moreover, this represents the fact that I'm now offering milled slots at a greatly reduced price because I no longer have to outsource them to a machine shop. I figured out a way to do it. I don't have a milling machine, but I've developed a process, and you can see I've gotten a nice, pretty clean line in there. The very inside of it looks a little bit rough, but I'm working on a method of making that smooth as well. So there's no jagged edge or anything like that you're going to get cut on or snag on or anything like that. But so all told, I think that's a pretty good milled slot for not having a mill. So anyway, if you guys are interested in that, let me know. In the meantime, hey guys, I just wanted to splice this in real quick. I'm on my way to the post office, but it dawned on me that I forgot to mention one of the features of this sheath that I thought was actually really cool and definitely worth telling you guys about. So here we go. You saw the ferro rod loop before, but what I didn't tell you was that if you look at these 3 drill holes right here, you can see that they form an isosceles triangle, so that lifted up center point is actually the exact same distance to each one of these holes and at the same angle. Why that's important is because you know that this is going to be an ambidextrous setup, right? He wants it in either left hand vertical or right hand scout. Currently it's configured for right hand scout. And both of those setups involve the belt clip being on the same side. However, if he were to decide that he wanted to switch it and carry it right hand vertical, the clip would have to move to this side. It's not a big deal. However, if you do that, if you do that without moving the ferro rod loop, the loop would be on this side, and that this piece here just kind of, you know, I personally don't like that to be on the face of my sheet unless I have the ferro rod itself also on the face of the sheet. So what we're doing with this is I've made it possible for you to just disconnect the ferro rod loop, flip it around to the other side of the sheath, and then use these 2 holes, and that will keep the tunnel for the rod parallel to the bottom of the sheath, or as close as possible since it's a curved line. So anyway, it is possibly an ambidextrous setup. Well, it is an ambidextrous setup, possibly with reversed faces of the sheath, which is part of the reason why I wanted to do the 2 reinforcement plates, not only for strength, but also because that gives you a nice looking face of the sheath regardless of which side you're looking at. And now you can do that with the ferro rod as well. So sorry, I know there's a lot of rambling. It's morning and I haven't had my coffee yet, but I wanted to share that with you guys, so I just pulled this out of the box to get that last little bit in. Hopefully I can figure out how to splice this in seamlessly here. I'm not very good at video editing and all that. I don't really have any programs that do it for me. So alright guys, anyway, I hope you like this project, and I'll go back to the main video to say goodbye. If you like these sheaths, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you like my channel, I ask you to hit that subscribe button. Definitely comment down below, let me know what you think of these things. Share it with all your buddies, and stick around for the next one. Thanks for tuning in, guys. God bless.